Hey everyone. So obviously the big news, Lancaster Classic is canceled for 2021. It's not going to be happening in 2021 at all from inside sources that I know. So what do you do now? This is what this is all about, the road to 2021. I guess what we do is we change the title to 2022 and we just keep rolling and trying our hardest at Barebow. So where have I been? I haven't been around very much in terms of updating people on 2021 and what I've been doing on my barebow journey. I shot a 3-round end, and I'll show that at the very end of this, so stick around for that. And if you haven't checked out recently what I'm doing on my channel, you just come here for the barebow, check out Quick Shots. This is our VOD slash podcast, and I talked to some really amazing people. So go check that out. It's really cool. You won't regret it. All your favorites are there. And if you do have recommendations, reach out to me. So what have I been doing in terms of barebow? There's a lot of things that happened since the time I started to now. And honestly, I'm going to be quite frank with you. My progress has it stalled up until about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I was doing a lot of other stuff. Was I shooting some barebow stuff? Yeah, I was still shooting barebow stuff. But, I had my hunting set up, and then here in Kansas, it's, it's hunting season, right? So it's hunting season in a lot of places. But that's what I was focused on, and setting that up and making sure that I'm scouting and finding deer and sitting in stands. Excuse me. That took up a lot of my time. It just does. It sucks a lot of time. Work, a bunch of stuff. I have a lot of excuses. But what I want to make sure that you understand is that I haven't given up on barebow, and I'm continually trying to get better and better. I shot one tournament at the IBO Worlds, totally did terrible. Different setup than the indoor setup, mind you. And I wasn't really prepared, didn't trust my equipment, didn't trust my shot process, none of that stuff. All that is a recipe for disaster. Anyone will tell you that. So if we're talking just beginners here, which usually people who watch me, I hope you guys are beginners to intermediates. Even in intermediates, you probably won't learn anything from me. And again, this is just about the struggles I'm having as I go through the barebow transition from traditional instinctive archery. Now, as you know, also, I suffer from target panic. I continue to suffer from target panic. That hasn't changed. So what has changed and what has gotten better? So I joined a league. The single best thing that you can do for your barebow journey and getting better is to join a league. You have to. That's not a I wish I could, or I don't have them in my area, so I can't really do it. You might get better, and you might be that 1 or 2% that can get better on your own, just shooting without having pressure on you, and then show up at a tournament and shoot the same way you shoot. But that is a rare occasion. So if you really, truly want to get better, you have to have pressure on you. You have to be in a pressure situation. Now, some people get that through hunting. I don't necessarily get it through hunting. And that's where I differ from a lot of people. When I shoot at an animal, I have no target panic whatsoever. I just draw down on an animal and let it fly. And I've been successful. So I've been very happy about that. I've been successful this year in hunting. And that's where my focus was. So now that I'm back, I've joined a league. That's what's changed. That's what's made me better. I am spraying my arrows out of league. So the first day I got there, all over the place, missed the target 4 times. Yeah, I missed the big face target 4 times. When typically in my basement, I shoot the small Vegas size targets. I've switched to the bigger target to just get used to it for Lancaster, but the 3 spots. And that's, I don't shoot out of that. And here I am at a local range in a tournament, missing the target, like getting zeros on my card. That is humbling, and it's stress, and I didn't deal with the stress very well, as I typically don't. However, here's the good news. The next week I went in and I scored way better. Did I score great? Did I score the same way I score here? No, I'm probably shooting, on average here I shoot high 240s, which is sort of where I want to be. There, I'm shooting the teens, 218, 215, somewhere around that area. I've only gone a couple of times, so I think it was 215, 218, something like that. But it wasn't over 220. So you can see that there's like a 25 point spread there between shooting in your basement and shooting at a range in front of people on a line, and then having to wait. You know, you shoot 3, then someone else comes up and shoot 3, you go sit down, then you come back and you score, then you shoot again and shoot again. And then the target, you know, for us anyway, we have a high target, then we have a low, and then we switch halfway through. So that's interesting. You know, that's interesting. And it was fun. It's been fun. And I'm going to continue doing that because it puts pressure on me and it makes me shoot better. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's what I wanted to do. I want to have that pressure. And I don't know what I was thinking because I should have joined a league a long time ago. With COVID, I understand probably in most people's area, you can't join a league. You can't go in. You can't do that. With us in Kansas, we can. So we're fine right now. Anyway, so we're shut down for the holiday break right now, but we'll get back at it. And I'll continue to shoot in front of people. And it's just that different environment, that competitive environment. It just brings out a better. So it brings out the pressure. But the good news is the first week I shot, I was missing the target. I'm not even going to tell you the score then. But then the next week, I improved my score dramatically, and I'm expecting I'm going to improve my score again the next time we meet, which will be in January sometime. So anyway, I'm back at it. Lancaster's is closed. Lancaster not closed. The Lancaster Classic is shut down. We're not doing it. So there's got to be other ways of continuing to improve and get better. Doing it in my basement and doing it not in front of people, shooting a bow, that is not great. It doesn't work very well for me. Maybe it works well for you, but I would venture to guess that you shouldn't do that. Go out, find a league, get in a league, start scoring, and start recording your scores, and make sure that you're seeing improvement week over week, right? And I think I will. I'll get to that where I'm a lot more confident. Even here, you'll see in the 3 ends that I shot, I didn't do good. As soon as I flipped on the camera, like the truth is, without the camera on, I'm not kidding. You know, I rarely would hit a blue. Rarely would I let a flyer go out into the blue. And even my release, you'll see my release is junk. And then with the camera off, it's so much better. And in competition and with the camera on, my form and everything sort of starts to break down. So what are the next things that I'm working on? Form and setup, and something that's repeatable, and simplifying everything and getting that feel back. So as I draw back, I want it the same way every single time. Draw back, hold, aim, expand, and follow through. And I think I've had success there. And one of the things that's really, really helping me, one of the things that I found helps me in competition, is to get into a solid anchor. Before I was anchoring sort of here on my tooth, maybe a little bit into my the side of my mouth. All good anchors, I guess. But what I'm doing now, and which acts like a trigger for me, a trigger release on a compound, is like I'm hooking my thumb behind my jaw line right here. So into here. So there, I put it in, I come back. I don't care where it is on my face because it's always in the same spot with my thumb, and my wrist is trying to be relaxed. And if it relaxes even more, it kind of comes up into here. So I find that if I'm gripping too tight, this won't go into the side of my mouth, right? So I'm in here like this. Sort of John Denver does this deep hook, but he's good at it. I mean, he's perfected it. With me, I get into here, and I know that I'm too tight, so I kind of ease up a little bit so it goes in there, then I can relax my wrist, and then I can follow through. If you're not hooking behind here like this, and you are experiencing a little bit of target panic, I know I'm using something mechanical to fix something mental, but again, it might be useful for you. Come back in here into the jawbone. I don't know. I guess it's the jawbone right here, and just hooking back here. So it gives you a little bit more into your back as well and aligns you a little bit better. And I think that's why my shots are breaking so much better. Even when I have a little even when I do this, they're still breaking better because I'm in more alignment, if that makes sense. And if I'm not in alignment, I'm out here, like I'm trying to anchor on my tooth or something like that, then you can see my elbows come forward here. So as I go back in here, I'm more in alignment. And then even if I release like this, it doesn't matter. My string's still in alignment with my bow. All right, so those are the reasons why I think I'm doing a little bit better than what I had been doing. And I've just recently switched to that type of form. So again, same drawback into my anchor point, which is back here, then the release and follow through. I would like to be able to pull, keep pulling. But right now I'm focusing on correcting some target panic, and I will get there. Not perfect. Again, it's a beginner's way of starting barebow. If you have any questions, leave them below. That's it for me today. That's it for this update. It's a quick one. Here's me shooting. Take care, everyone.